Hello everyone, this is Mr. Blevins, and today we're going to be discussing rounding with a number line. So by the end of this video you should be able to create or examine your own number lines to solve different problems with rounding. We're going to start with rounding to the nearest tens first. So if you need to pause to set up your number line once mine is visible, you may do so, or else you may work alongside me on the screen. Let's get started. So you can see we have a number line ranging from 20 to 30. Now, let's say we have a point on this number line at 24. So we're going to attempt to round the number 24 to the nearest 10 using only our number line. And there's a couple ways to do this. You can either use a place value strategy that you've maybe have learned already, or you can look at the number line and you can see which 10 the number 24 falls closer to. Well, is it closer to 20 or is it closer to 30? So I want you to take a second, pause the video and examine the number line for yourself and then make a decision and check it alongside me. Good luck. Now, hopefully you were able to come to a conclusion, and if you were or if you weren't, we're going to examine our number line and come to an answer together. So we can see that 24 is about exactly 4 steps away from 20, or 4 units, and the number 24 is 6 steps away from the number 30. So we can very clearly see that 24 is closer to 20, which would allow us to round down, or to stay the same for our tens place, and receive the number 20 as our answer. So we're going to create a new number line, and this time we're going to round to the nearest hundreds. But I want you to come to a conclusion on your own, and then you can check it alongside me. So when you see the number line set up, you may pause the video, and you may come to your own answer. Good luck. So now you see that we have the number 370, and instead of rounding to the nearest 10, we're going to try to round it to the nearest 100. So use your number line and see if you can round 370 to the nearest 100 using only the strategies discussed when we rounded to the nearest 10. Take your time to pause the video, and I'll see you soon. Now, I've set up the number line for you, and you should be able to compare yours against mine, and you should be able to recognize that 370 rounds to 400. Because it requires only 3 additional jumps to reach 400, 1, 2, 3, as opposed to 7 to reach 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also keep in mind that there are not 7 numbers in between 300 and 70, but in fact it's 70, because each jump is now representing 10 numbers instead of 1, and 10 times 7 is 70. Just like this is not 3 numbers between 370 and 400, but 30, because 3 times 10 is 30. Now, for our last problem, I'm going to give you a number line and a number, but I'm going to leave it completely blank, and I'm going to have you fill in the number line, and I'm going to have you solve what number it would round to. So, when the number line is visible, you may pause the video, and then try and solve it. Good luck. Now, your question is on the board in front of you. I have not plotted the point that you're rounding, and I'm going to leave that step up to you, although it should be fairly simple. Once you've plotted your point, go through your strategies to figure out which thousand this number rounds to. Take your time, check your work, and refer back to the previous sections of the video if you need to. Once you're finished, you may unpause the video and you can compare your answer with mine. Now, you can see that 4,600 rounds to 5,000 because it is closer on our number line, as it requires only 4 jumps instead of 6. So, taking this information, I want you to carry it forward as you continue learning and discussing rounding using different strategies. You may always feel free to refer back to this video when you're encountering number lines. You may also use some of the other resources for place value rounding or compatible numbers. Thank you for your time, and by now you should be able to properly round via a number line and understand what goes into rounding with a number line by looking at the number line, counting the jumps, and figuring out which point it is closer to, whether it's the far end of the number line representing the higher number, or the smaller or lower end of the number line representing the smaller number. Thank you. I hope you were as successful as I was. See you next time. Bye.